Did I ever tell you about my main man, Justin? Me and Justin used to do hoodlum stuff together. Justin used to make violent stick figure animations and post them on the internet. Justin also had a band. He called the band Mentally Retarded. Justin is now a Marine. There's a lot of things that make up a person, many different elements that come together to make the delicious core of who they are. Gummy bears are no different. You can't just do one gummy bear flavor and expect to be the bee's knees. No. You gotta do multiple, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you gotta do the other, and you have to do it all with military precision. Today, the Albanese world's best gummy bears look to take the crown from Haribo themselves. And man, it's gonna be good. The only way that this game advances is by people being bold and people being brash. And the only way you do that is to make a statement. And man, did Albanese ever make it. I mean, I love the arrogance, dude. I love the arrogance of this all. You're gonna have a hell of a pair of peach pits and a couple of large dangling mango seeds clacking together to make a call out like this. The world's best. Hell yeah, dude. From a flavor perspective, it appears the Albanese gummy bears have already won, with 12 flavors of theirs and only 5 from the Haribo. Now, okay, you could say, oh, but you could do 5 flavors really well and 12 really badly. You could. But what this shows is a creativity and a moxie to really go out there and break the status quo. Dude, I want it to be better. Show me how much better it can be. I mean, who wouldn't want a better version of the Haribo? I know I certainly do. Let's find out just how good it is. Crack this bad boy in half. Oh, hold the phone. Before we even get into the actual chewing aspect of it, bro, already Albanese is winning with the resealable package right there. Look at that. I could just seal this puppy right back up, and with the Haribo, I don't get that. I do not get that same sort of a distinction, that convenience that I want. Okay, Albanese, you're getting the point for that. That's nice. We've got the Haribo gummy bears on the left and the Albanese ones on the right. And you can already tell the size difference is monumental. I mean, come on now, look, hold the phone for a second. There's no doubt about it, the Albanese packs a lot more gummy into their bears. Homeboys, obese, talking about major thyroid problems and all that. The smell, though, that's where really the difference comes in. Because you can smell a lot more fruit flavor coming off the Albanese bears as opposed to the Haribo's ones, where there seems to be a bit more of a, I don't want to say a plastic taste, but it's a lot more muted and subdued, whereas the Albanese ones are a lot more explosive and more in your face. It's very pleasant. But it goes even deeper than that, with the textures themselves also being wildly different. The Albanese is a lot squishier, a lot more gummier, a lot more malleable, that kind of thing. I'm decapitating homeboy here, I apologize. With the Haribo being a lot firmer, and a lot harder as well. Now, whether that results in a chewier chew or anything like that, I think it's going to result with the Albanese right here being a lot more chewier. But we'll see if that's a good thing. But before we go ahead and have a taste, I have to give a big thank you to today's sponsor, this long-nosed dog. Be the person he wants you to be. Which, well, I guess would just be somebody who feeds him or something. I don't know. But let's go and have a taste. Oh, please. I can hardly bear it. My dude, this is a very close match because they're both doing their own distinctive things, the same, albeit a bit differently. The flavor of the Albanese is way fruitier. I mean, like, you can taste every inch of that fruit, every piece of juice, everything that's coming off that thing. You get the full experience right then and there. But the Haribo themselves, while they aren't as fruity, they're also not as sweet, which is where the Albanese kind of has a little bit of a borderline problem because it's almost too sweet. It's almost on the borderline where it's like, you eat more than 5 or 6 of these things and you feel like you're sick to your stomach or something like that. You know, it's going in between that line, but it doesn't quite hit it. Whereas the Haribo, you can eat as many as you want of these things, never get tired of them. But the question is, are these better? Are they better than the gold standard? Well, yes. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say yes. Now, not because the flavor is so much better than theirs, but really it's because of the amount of flavors. See, I can have a bunch of Haribo bears and get something consistent and delicious every single time, but the spice of life is variety. And the fact of the matter is, these are on the same level as Haribo, but there's way more flavors to go around, making them, I guess, by process of elimination, they really are the world's best, but I mean, it's so close. I know it can be a bit confusing, like how Justin's mom wouldn't let me hang out with him anymore because she said I was a bad influence, oh gee, whatever that means. Anyway, tune in next time for my next review, The Anarchist Cookbook.